What's up YouTube? How are you doing today? Chana D, your Techno Dad here, and in today's video I'm going to walk you through some speaker and amplifier packages in the $2,000 to $3,000 price range. And we're going to get into it right after the jump. And I'm back. Now if you're new to the channel and you want to learn about 4K, home theater and audio products, and how to set them up properly, you should consider subscribing because I'm here to help. And don't forget to hit that bell so you get notified when I do a live stream to answer your questions or when the next video gets released. Well, now that housekeeping's out of the way, let's get into it. Alright ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys had a great weekend. Yesterday was Father's Day, and it's actually Father's Day now while I'm filming this. My wife wanted to know what I wanted to do today, and I said I wanted to sleep in, I wanted to eat some good food, and I wanted to watch Westworld. Of course, I want to play some Call of Duty, and I need to make this video for you guys at home. So, here we are. Now, when I was looking for products for this video, it seemed that the price between, $2,000 and $3,000, there wasn't much difference, or it was kind of hard to find products that fit, and we're talking about just a 5.1 speaker system with a 7-channel AV receiver, okay? So I made it from $2,000 to $3,000. That, opens up to a lot more products that you guys can check out. And, each person's living room is different. So, I've got small speakers, got large speakers, got a bunch of different brands. So we're going to check all that stuff out. Now, if you haven't seen any of the other videos, if your budget is lower than $2,000, definitely check out the links down in the description, and I'll probably toss up a couple of cards up top as well. Now, before we jump on the computer and check everything out, I do want to just reiterate this fact. I always recommend you guys go out and listen to speakers before you buy them. If you can't, like me, if you're in like a really weird situation, I live 6 hours away from a Best Buy, so I think that's like one of the things you do have to take into consideration. So definitely make sure you guys, where you're buying from, has a good return policy if you can't audition the speakers in the first place, okay? And again, second point, always spend more money on your speakers as opposed to the electronics. Why is that? That's because speakers aren't really going to change too much year to year. However, electronics will. So spend less on the electronics and spend more on the speakers. You say you buy an AV receiver for $300-400 now, in like 4 or 5 years, you can probably save up and spend $1,000 on a 9-channel one that's got a lot more features, especially with HDMI 2.1 coming in soon. So I would recommend spending less on the AV receiver and spending more on your speakers. And then in a few years, upgrade your AV receiver. Down in the description box, we start off with the AV receivers, then we go down to speaker packages. So basically what you're gonna do is look at these speaker packages. I'm gonna go over everything in the video, but just to show you how I've designed it, you have a budget, let's say $2,400, $2,500, pick a $400 or $500 AV receiver, then pick a $2,000 or $1,800 or $1,700, speaker package, and then see if you want to add on Atmos modules or elevation speakers to get a 5.1.2, or if you just want to start it off with 5.1, cool, spend as much as you can on your 5.1 speakers, then pick up your Atmos modules or elevation speakers later on down the line somewhere. Not a big deal. So that's how I've set everything up. So now, without further ado, let's get into it.
Alright guys, here we are. We are checking out AV receivers first. These are all 7-channel Atmos DTS X receivers. First one we're checking out is the Onkyo TX NR676. Right now it's going for $357. That's how much I bought it for back in the day, $349 actually. And then it went down to like $299, and now it's back up to $350. Like I said, these prices fluctuate, so definitely check those things out. Overall, when I had this AV receiver, it did the job. I have a really big room, over 4,000 cubic feet, so I did have to jack up the volume quite a bit to like 70%, the desired room filling sound. I was using the SVS Prime 5.1 satellite system, which is $999. I'll put a link down in the description for that as well. And basically, it was a great pairing. If you're in a smaller room, which a lot of you could be, then definitely a great buy. Okay, next we have the Denon Avr X 1400H, and you have to kind of click over here to new, and these are going for $399. Okay, $399. If you're wondering what's up with the Denons, the X1500H is out now, so this 1400H is just going to continually drop in price. So definitely check back for that. Next we have $449, the TXRZ620. Now I believe this was a lot more expensive, and it's just down because that's just the way things go. Oh, here's the 630 is $799. So normally this is like an $800 receiver. Now it's down almost half price. Great deal. Great deal. And I'm pretty sure it's got pretty much all the connections you would probably need. I see a phono stage, see like 6 HDMI inputs, 2 subwoofer outputs. Not bad. Not bad at all. Next we have the AVR X 2400H by Denon. It was at $800. Now it's at $500. Okay. So this is definitely a good one to get. And again, the 2500 has been announced, so the 2400 is on discount. Here it is down here. The 2500 is at $799. So you save yourself a lot of money. I don't think there's too much difference between the two at this price level, so you'll be happy with either. All right, here is the Sony STR DN1080. List price for $600. Now it's down to $500. And you guys have been patiently awaiting my review for this, and it should be out this week. So definitely subscribe up and stay tuned if you have not already done so. But overall, you know, this has a whole bunch of HDMI inputs, I think 6. It's your basic AV receiver in this price range. It does everything you need it to do. I believe it does not have a phono stage, so if you guys are looking to plug in a turntable, you might have to look somewhere else or get a phono preamp to go along with this. Here's another $500 AV receiver. This is the RX V585 from Yamaha. I reviewed the 583, and now the new 585 has been released. So this one is pretty good. Only 4 HDMI inputs, so if you don't have too much HDMI, then, you know, not a big deal. However, if you have a lot of HDMI sources, this is probably not the AV receiver for you. Okay. Now here we jump up to the Yamaha Avantage series. This is the RX A680, okay? And this is selling for $550. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here is the best deal in AVRs right now. This Onkyo TX RZ820, THX certified and 7-channel, it is down to $600, down from $999. So here's a 40% off AV receiver. Now the new one is the RZ830, and it's actually 9 channels, so it's up there at $1,300. So this is definitely a good buy. You get that THX certification if that matters, and you get 7 channels. And look at the back here. You got 6 HDMI in, and you've got a whole host of preamp outputs if you want to add external amplification down the road. Here we have the Yamaha RX V685. It's going for $600. Now this is the new one. Okay, I like this one. You get 5 HDMI inputs that all support HDCP 2.2 4K 60. So that's great, and it does come with the phono stage for those of you interested in that. So here's the one I was telling you guys to look out for, the Denon Avr X 3400H. The 3500H will be announced soon, and this price of $799 will probably drop down a couple $100. Just give it a little bit of time. All right, guys, so if you bought a $400, $500 AV receiver, check out this Definitive Technology package, Pro Cinema 1000 5.1. This thing looks like it's going to be pretty awesome, okay? You get 4 bookshelves, the center channel, and a subwoofer. So check out that Definitive Technology if that's what you want to spend for your speaker setup. All right, guys, now here is the Klipsch R26F 5.1 setup with a 10-inch subwoofer. You get this for $14.95. This is definitely a great one. Again, $400 or $500 AV receiver, and your audio game has definitely been stepped up. So check this out, give this a look. All right, so here let's check out the new Elac Debut 2.0 5.1 system with 2 f5.2 floor standing speakers. You get the C5.2 and the B5.2. So these are all 5-inch, 5.25-inch speakers. So this is a great speaker package for $1,500. If you keep your AV receiver at like $300 or $400, then you've got this for under $2,000. Of course, there's always going to be speaker cable. There's going to be speaker stands that you're going to need for the surrounds. You know, maybe a power conditioner, remote control. There's all kinds of other little accessories that I'll put in the description as well. Okay, if you want something smaller, here is a package from Polk for $16.99 Focal is an amazing speaker company if you've never heard of them. And here is what Focal does. These are the Grand Utopia EM Evos. Okay, these things I believe are around $280,000 for the pair. Let's check out blue. Ooh, that's nice. Anyway, if you don't want to buy a house and you'd rather buy speakers, check those out. But anyway, this is a $16.99 setup from Focal. If you guys are tight on space, definitely check that out. All right, stepping up the price just a little bit more to $18.29. We've got the Elac Debut 2.0 system. This one is using the 6.5-inch speakers on all of them. So that's the difference between this and the previous one. The previous one uses the 5.25-inch speakers, and then this one has all the 6-inch speakers. So, or 6.5-inch speakers, sorry. So there you go. Pair that up with a $300-400 AV receiver for now. And then later on, when you want bigger, beefier AV receiver, these speakers are gonna love you for it. All right, guys, next we have a 5.1 floor standard package from Klipsch. This is the R28F. And you have to go to this available from these sellers. And this one here is doing $18.45 new with Amazon Prime. So if you want them in 2 days, there you go. There you go. So definitely check this out. It seems like it's pretty awesome. It's using the dual 8s with the 12-inch subwoofer and the 15. So this is the 5.25-inch drivers on the bookshelves and the center as well. Now getting a little bit more expensive, we're in the $2,000, almost $2,000 price range here. So you pair this up with a $300-500 AV receiver, you're at $2,500 for your 5.1 system. Here's a Polk Audio Signature 5.1 using the S60 towers, the S35 center, the S10 surround speakers, and the Pro 550 subwoofer. Check this out if you like Polk Audio. All right, moving on to a $2,000 speaker package. I know these things look small, but you guys, I showed you what Focal looked like earlier, and these little guys definitely do look really nice. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. So they've got like an integrated stand/wall mount into each of the satellite speakers, so you can position them and mount them wherever you need to. So pretty cool, and I would imagine the sounds pretty great. They also make it in white, so if you have a lot of white in your house, this will match up a little bit nicer. Same price, $2,000. Okay, so now we are breaking over the $2,000 barrier here. So if you're shopping for $2,500 or more, you can definitely use these Klipsch speakers with a lower end AV receiver because these speakers are super sensitive. So if you guys don't know what that means, I'll link a video down in the description or a card up top. It's called How Much Power Do Speakers Need? And you'll know, or you'll learn about speaker sensitivity and all that kind of cool stuff. So this comes with the 10-inch subwoofer. We got the 250, so these are 5.25-inch drivers on these towers here. And you also get a free wireless kit. Of course, I'm not a fan of wireless, so if you can wire up your subwoofer, definitely do so. All right, so here is the first package from Definitive Technology. You're getting the BP9020s as your towers. You're going to get the center channels, the 9040, and the surrounds are from the 9040 series as well. Okay, this is $2,300. You know, pair that up with a $500-600 AV receiver, you're good to go. You're at the like $3,000 price point at that time. Now, if you wanted to go a little bit higher, here are the 9040s. Now, this is a full 9040 setup with 9040 towers, 9040 center, 9040 surrounds. Now you're at $2,450. So again, $300-500 AV receiver, you're good to go. Of course, you still have to buy speaker cable and other accessories, but this is the main meat and potatoes. Meat and potatoes. Next up, we got another reference Premiere setup from Klipsch, this time using the RP160Ms as your mains. You've got bipole surrounds. These are the 250S, and of course the 250C center channel, and the 10-inch subwoofer. So this is going for $2,300, and same rules apply. This is in the color cherry, so that's up to you color-wise. All right, so here's our first JBL 5.1 setup. This is the Studio 280, coming in at $2,400, just under $2,380. This looks like a good package from JBL. Definitely check them out. I had some JBL monitors back in the day, and they were amazing. All right, here is a walnut setup from Klipsch. Now this one uses the Big Daddy center channel. Now if you're gonna like get this, make sure you have enough space for that center channel, because it is pretty huge. Okay, pretty huge. We've gone down to the 150Ms as opposed to the 160s on these main speakers, and you do get the 250S surrounds and I believe a 10-inch subwoofer. Yep, it says it all right there. Perfect. 2, 4, 6, 5, and you get a $500 AV receiver. You're at the $3,000 budget level, and you're gonna have a pretty kick butt system. All right, guys, here's another offering from JBL. The difference between the two is that the towers have bigger woofers in this one, in this setup. It is a 2580 is what we're looking at here. So again, $300-400 AV receiver. And of course, you can always upgrade the AV receiver 3-4 years down the line. This will definitely get you going and you're gonna be sounding great. Now I put this Definitive Technology BP9060 setup just because, you know, if you already have an AV receiver and it's doing great and you wanna just upgrade your speaker system, you got $3,000 to spend, check these out. Now, the Definitive Technology, if you guys don't know, they have an integrated subwoofer in the towers, and that's where you plug in your subwoofer pre-out to, the back of the tower. Yep, here is the LFE input right here, and this is your volume to control that. So if you guys are in that boat, here is a good speaker package for $3,000 if you are not buying an AV receiver and you just want a speaker package. Now here's a 5.1 from Klipsch. It is the RP280F towers with the 450C, the RP250S, and a Klipsch R112SW. This is the exact system I have. I believe I got the subwoofer for free, so I paid less than this, but this is a great package. If you already have an AV receiver, you are going to be stepping up your audio with a package like this, so I'll include it. I know it's a little bit above the budget, and it already assumes you have an AV receiver. Now it does come with some AudioQuest speaker cables, so that is definitely cool. All right, I think that's it, guys.
All right, so the way I've arranged this, down in the description box, I give you guys a list of AV receivers with their prices, and these prices do fluctuate from Amazon. So sometimes something might be a little bit more expensive. Sometimes it'll take a dive by $100 to $200. So definitely, like, keep checking on things and you see if you can get, you know, a great deal. The Denon X3400H was crazy. It started at $1,000. Then the next day was down to $600. That's 40% off. Then the next day was up to $800. Then the next 2 days it was back down to $600, and then it went back to $799, and it's kind of stayed there until now, or at least until this video has been made. So definitely keep looking for the best AVR deal as the prices do tend to fall. We're in this kind of area right now where Denon's releasing their 500 series, so it would be the 3500, and then the price of the 3400 is going to drop. So definitely check these prices out and keep checking them to get yourself the best deal. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, there you have it. And as always, if you guys have any questions, hit me up on the comments down below, shoot me an email, use whatever social media you like to use to get a hold of me, to help me figure out your new sound system. That's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, go ahead and smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel using the button in the middle of your screen. Once again, my name is Chana D. I'm your Techno Dad, and I'll see you next time.